Hello Tottenham loving nation. Welcome to another video on our channel, where you can follow everything Spurs, always with honest opinions and quality information. Today we have a bombshell that promises to shake up the market and divide opinions. Richarlison's future in London may be numbered. The Brazilian striker, who arrived with great expectations, is now the target of negotiations that are surprisingly low in value. But what's going on behind the scenes at the club? Let's analyze together this story that's stirring up fans and management. According to reports in the British press, Tottenham would be willing to trade Richarlison for just 24 million euros, well below the 50 million euros paid to Everton in 2022. This potential transfer raises important questions. Why would such a large investment turn into such a huge loss in just 2 years? The striker, who is also a regular on the Brazilian national team, has never managed to assume the expected role in the Spurs squad. He fluctuated between good performances and lackluster periods, while the club continued its constant restructuring process. The situation becomes even more controversial because, according to sources, Tottenham's priority would not be a loan, but rather a permanent sale. In other words, the team appears determined to end Richarlison's tenure in London, whatever the cost. The news was immediately reported in the English press. Some journalists emphasized that Richarlison was unable to justify the investment, citing his injuries and lack of consistency on the field. Others, however, point out that he was often used outside of his preferred position, which may have affected his performance. On social media, Tottenham fans were divided. Some advocated for his immediate departure, believing the Brazilian never adapted to the club, but others lamented the possible sale for such a low fee, seeing it as yet another mistake by the board in its management of the squad. If the sale does indeed go through, Tottenham will need to act quickly to replace a key striker in the squad. Richarlison, even though he's not in his prime, is still a national team player and could be missed in crucial moments. Furthermore, a transfer for such a low fee could generate harsh criticism of the board, which is already accused by some fans of not planning its signings well. With the season underway and important Premier League and Cup competition matches, any attacking movement could have a direct impact on results. The transfer market still holds opportunities, but the question is, will the club have the time and foresight to avoid repeating recent mistakes? Richarlison arrived at Tottenham in 2022 as one of the most expensive signings in the club's history, coming from Everton with the promise of being a key player in attack. However, his time in London has been marked by ups and downs. The Brazilian has shown significant flashes of brilliance, such as goals in crucial matches and a consistently praised commitment on the pitch, but he has also struggled with injuries and long periods without scoring. Despite the difficulties, Richarlison has maintained his place in the Brazilian national team, a testament to the prestige he still enjoys outside of England. The key point is that, for many, he never received the full trust within Tottenham to take on a leading role, often being overshadowed by other players. This lack of stability may have been a determining factor in the current situation, where his future is clearly up in the air. In my view, Richarlison's situation reflects both individual limitations and Tottenham's own management failures. It's undeniable that the striker failed to establish himself as a key player for the team. But it's also true that the club's instability and constant changes in coaching have significantly hindered this. Selling the player for 24 million euro may ease the short-term coffers, but it also conveys the feeling that the club failed to value an important asset. In moments like these, it's crucial to evaluate what's best for the long-term sporting project, not just for the financials. And so we come to the end of another video here on the channel. Richarlison's situation is undoubtedly one of the hottest topics involving Tottenham this season, and it promises to yield many more chapters. We'll continue to follow every detail of this saga to bring you everything firsthand. So don't forget, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. There's a lot of news coming, and you won't want to miss any updates on Spurs.